Hello, hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. Okay, let's see what we got for you right now. If you're looking at this car and you're like, I think I know what it is, but I'm not sure what it is. Well, you're like me. I did not know about this model existed until I started doing a little research on diecast and regular cars altogether. But let me do a proper presentation. What we got for you right now, it's a 143 scale 2005 Fiat Croma. Now, the reason I say I didn't know about this model, I knew about the Fiat Croma, but I knew the original model of the Fiat Croma, the one in the 90s, I think the 80s and 90s, the one from 1985 till 1996. That's the Fiat Croma that I'm familiar with, not this one. But then I started doing my research, and this is actually the second generation, which there was a gap in between the first generation. The first generation ended in 1996, and this generation started in 2005 all the way down till 2010. So that was a vehicle that was, out there for quite a while, and it was out. I mean, it was a vehicle was not out for quite a while. Let me rephrase myself. It was a vehicle that they stopped making it, the model, for quite a while, which it was almost like 20 years, 19 years, and then they retook. No, not 19 years, 9 years. So they stopped for 9 years, and then they made the Chroma again, the Chroma model. But it's a totally different model. Back in the days, the Fiat Chroma, the first generation, it was a sedan, but this one is an MPV. So they use the name, but it's a total different category of model. Quite weird. I mean, I probably would have put a different name to it because it doesn't really remind me of a Chroma at all from the original Chroma. But you never know. You never know. Now, this model, engine wise, I'm going to start with a transmission. Transmission had a 6 speed manual transmission, and also had a 6 speed automatic transmission. Okay? And this car, from what I'm reading, it shared the base with the Opel Vectra, the Opel Signum, and the Saab 9.3. I knew the Chroma did also, the original Chroma, but I know this one shared with the Saab 9.3. That doesn't really give me the same or similar model at all. But again, who am I to judge? I'm only a, a messenger of information for you guys. I mean, I would have never competed this car with a Saab 9.3. But hey, maybe as a station wagon, yes, but not as a sedan at all. I love the style though. I like it has some attractiveness, especially the rear end. I like the long tail lights that almost cover the whole rear. It is attractive. It's not the most attractive, but it's an attractive car. All right, guys, I'm gonna let it go around a few times, and I'll be right back. right, guys. One thing I forgot to mention when it was going before it was I said the engines. I forgot to say the engines. The engines on these vehicles had a 1.8 with 140 horsepower, and it had another engine which was a 2.2 with 147 horsepower. Another thing I was reading about this vehicle, safety was it was quite a safe car. It had 7 airbags, all the standard ones, the one in the front and the side, and also it had a knee bag, which usually knee bags are more for the luxury cars. We leave it to usually, but that's good information. I like that it was well protected. All right, guys. So, what do you guys think about these Fiat MPVs from the 2000s? Do you think it was such a bland model, not attractive to your eye? Oh, also, it had a refreshed version of it, but this is the first before the refreshed phase. So this was the when it came out in 2005. Then they refreshed it a little bit after that. So yeah, were they sold in your country? Because I don't know if these models were sold everywhere, especially like in Europe. Not even though we had Fiat in the States, we didn't have Fiat in 2005, but we had Fiat starting like 2007 or 8, more or less. And but this model we never had it. We only had the starting with the Fiat. We only had the 500, and then the 500L, 500X, and the Spider, the convertible. But we don't have many options with Fiat. Unfortunately, Fiat is not doing very well here either. So we may not have Fiat for long. All right, guys. Don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up that I always appreciate. Thank you so much. Thank you for commenting below. Let me know where you guys are from. Do you recognize these vehicles? Were they sold in your country? And what scale you guys collect if you guys collect diecast or resin models? Don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button. That will remind you when I post more videos. Take care of yourselves more than ever, and goodbye.